So this is the thing about coasting through life by hoping for better outcomes. I saw a quote yesterday that said you can only coast downhill. You think about that. Anything that requires elevation requires effort. So if you look at planes take off after their engines spool up. The engines spool up and then they take off. When you're going uphill in the car, you have to step on the accelerator to go uphill. You can't coast uphill. When you're walking uphill or if you're climbing a mountain, you have to hike up the mountain. That requires effort from your posterior chain, from your legs. When you climb a mountain, it requires strength and you climbing, right? Anything that requires elevation requires effort. And it just cracks me up when people are always talking about elevation and God's going to elevate them, but they always forget about the parts in the Bible that talks about diligence. You can't be elevated without diligence. So it just makes more sense to not coast through life and expect something. You can't coast. The only place you can coast is downhill. It takes no effort to coast downhill. You get in your car, you let off your brake, and you're on the hill, it's just going to coast downhill until you hit the brake. But to go back up that hill, you have to step on the gas. You have to step on the accelerator, which requires something. So you take that and you put that into, like, say you have goals or something. You want to be better at something. You have to put effort into it to go up. But otherwise, you're just coasting and coasting downhill. Because even if you're on an even surface, in order to coast on the even surface, you still had to have stepped on the gas to get there in the first place. So coasting is not good. Stop coasting. Put some work in. You want to be fit. You can't sit on the couch and think about being fit. You have to get up and put the effort in to be fit. And then once you get sore and once it's hurting and once you can't, once you feel like you're tired, you still have to keep going. You still have to keep going. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it for 2 weeks and say, I'm too sore. I can't do this. Nope, you got to keep going because otherwise you're coasting downhill. Deuces.